A local mom is a total powerhouse, and she's proving age really is just a number. At 50 years old, T. York is an elite strong woman, having won several titles just in her short career. Tanya York and her husband Bill are here with us now this afternoon. So good to have you both here on the 407.
Thank you for having us.
Yes. Okay, so I just want to make sure we're right. You said you're 50 years old?
I'm 50.
You look fabulous.
Oh, thank you.
Let me say that. And you started competing just 4 years ago?
Just 4 years ago.
That is incredible. What made you say, I think I want to try something new?
Well, for years he's tried to get me to the gym, and I'm just not a traditional lifter.
Yeah.
And I hated it. And we actually was in a gym, and there was a few odd pieces, and I picked him up, and I'm like, this is where my direction is, because you don't have to have a whole big history to enjoy strongman. So I jumped right in.
Yeah, I was going to ask for people at home who might say, maybe I've thought about it, but I'm too old to try any of that. Go to the gym. What do you say to them?
I just came back from America's Strongest Master.
Yeah.
There was 120 competitors, and these are all people over the age of 40.
Really?
And they were almost evenly split between men and women.
Whoa.
So women over 40 are out there killing it in this sport.
I love that. I am here for that. Okay, so you two are married. You all, your relationship, the husband and wife and trainer and trainee. Talk to me a little bit about that.
Right. Well, I started from a bodybuilding background, like from a young age, and then as we got together and we moved down to Satellite Beach and had an opportunity to start working out. And as she said, she didn't really care for the traditional gym kind of workout, but she does like to pick things up and move them somewhere.
Yes.
And so that's how it started.
Did she pick you up, Bill?
She picked me up.
That was the best thing I ever did 20 years ago.
Now listen, I've been there because my husband and I, we used to work out together. You notice I said used to.
Yes.
It's hard when you're in a relationship with somebody and then you're trying to listen to them as the trainer. And I found myself always saying, well, are you sure? Do you and obviously he has a professional sporting background, but do you ever find yourself in conflict with each other?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There's many silent trips on the way home because it's a difference. Because for him, coming into strongman was a different kind of a sport. Because bodybuilding is about building the muscle, low weight, high reps. Where I'm always pushing numbers. I'm always trying to go for a bigger number. And when you don't hit those numbers, I'm not a nice person.
Oh, no.
And so I get very frustrated. And he's trying to be encouraging. And on the way home, it's like I'm so mad because I didn't hit the number I wanted to hit. And I'm so driven to do so much better that sometimes I get real silent, and he tries to be comforting, but it just, we have to wait till we get home and settle back in.
But the beautiful thing that we found with this is like not enjoying the gym, because a lot of times it's hard to have a goal, but with strongman, you can constantly, I'm just a little bit stronger, a little bit better. I can do just a couple more than I did. And plus, it's so easy to get into competing to where now I'm back into doing the work, with having a goal of, I've got a deadline, I've got to, that I've got to hit. And for older people, we start to lose our goals.
I wouldn't consider you old, Bill. Now let's not go too far.
66. So.
Wow. You all look great. You put me to shame. Listen, can we get some action going here? Sure. What do we want to start with?
We can start with a log.
Let's do
a traditional.
Okay, a log.
This is a empty one, so it's not that heavy.
Okay.
You figure I probably lift about 100 pounds more on this at a competition.
What?
So.
100 pounds more? Look at that form.
And that's what the log looks like.
Wow. Now, when it comes to basic level, where does this fall between basic and advanced?
You'll start learning at the beginning.
At the beginning.
At the beginning. You'll probably start with a smaller log. A lot of gyms have them. If not, there are the multi-grip bars that will help you start to
Okay.
get that grip from there
Okay.
and rotate up.
All right,
And the
what's
interesting thing for people that are working at just regular gyms that don't have this, there are several gyms in the area that have a strongman Saturday. So you go to their gym on a Saturday and you get acquainted with the equipment and get to work on it like that.
Okay.
So yes.
next? What's next?
And these are, there's not a lot to do. These are farmer's handles. These are what we call bringing all the groceries in. So these are about 35 pounds a piece, empty. A woman my age does about 220 pounds per hand.
Oh, wow.
And we usually run them for distance. We will also do them deadlift style, like we'll do for reps. But yeah, that one's a fun event. Yeah. That's one of my favorite ones. And this is Atlas stones. This is a smaller stone. For a woman my age, they can go up to 275 pounds in a competition. This is like 120.
120, okay.
Let me take those off.
Oh my goodness. Do you see that, Bill? Look at her go.
She is something else, yes. Yeah.
All right, and then what about this?
That is a circus dumbbell.
Circus dumbbell. I don't know if I've seen one of these before.
Yes.
Yeah, all of this is kind of traditional. When you go into strongman, you go to a competition, they will have one or several of these different implements to use. So.
Wow.
And that's about 70 pounds empty. And in my next competition, I'll do an 80, a 90, a 100, and a 120 in a row.
Yeah. It's so much fun to watch. And the strongman society, the strongman group, it's so much fun. Everybody
it looks like
loves
it
and
is.
enjoy, and again, especially when you get into the masters, because they're just there
Enjoy.
to enjoy, and so they still have some life left in them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it does.
Oh yeah, I love this. I love what you all are doing. Is there anything else here that you want to show us?
Well-
Sandbags. Now this is,
okay.
oh sorry. Sandbags are probably one of the easiest implements somebody can buy and
Okay.
have to start training. These, we do them to shoulder, we'll press them overhead, we'll do front carries for distance.
Yeah.
This one is about 100 pounds, so it's pretty light. For me, I have to get about 220 to shoulder a lot of times.
Oh.
So
She said this is light work, baby.
Yeah, and again, things that you can do at home, things that you can.
So you don't
You know-
necessarily have to go to the gym to make this happen.
No.
Yeah.
Or
Well,
if
there's
you-
a lot of things that like that. You can do buckets and things like that. You can start stuff at home, but it's a sport that anybody can jump in
Yeah.
and start. You don't need all the years of lifting experience, and it can be as much as you want. If you just want to train to get in shape, it's there.
Yeah.
If you want to compete, I've had offers to go internationally to different countries.
Really?
So there's a lot of opportunities that can go with it if you want to take it that far.
And can I come with you if you end up going?
Absolutely.
But they have, novice divisions for the competitions. So if you've never done one before, they have groups just entirely of people that have done nothing before. So it's such a great sport and just a great lifestyle to start with, because you're not worried about your diet. You're not worried about here's what you're worried about. You're worried about doing just a little better than you did yesterday.
Right.
And that's all it is.
And I love that part. So for people who may be at home saying, I'm too old to go to the gym, some motivating words that you have to encourage people to get out there and just try it.
It was the best thing I ever did.
Really?
For years, I lived with some chronic illness and different things, and I focused too hard on everything I couldn't do. And then all of a sudden, when I started doing this, it was like I started focusing on what I could do.
Yes.
And it's like these competitions, a lot of times it's 5 events. Most of them last 60 seconds each. I can do this for 60 seconds. And that's what I think about every time I do it, is I can do this for 60 seconds. And it helps me get through.
I love that. I have a 4-year-old and I tell her all the time, she says, I can't do that. I say, you can do hard things. And that's the same thing. Bill, how proud are you of Tanya?
Oh my God.
He's my number one.
She takes my heart. Yeah, she takes my. I'm her coach, but I'm usually the one after she wins, sitting there crying in the corner.
Oh.
Yeah. Don't.
You all
But
are the best.
she's wonderful, and we've got our daughter, who is our camera lady, and she
Yes,
does
I
all the
saw
great
her.
videos you've seen. So it's.
So are you getting her into the sport as well?
She dabbles a little bit, but I tell you the other thing, as being an older woman that came into the sport, is sometimes you get seen as that mom, and like I'm a little overweight, so people see as, oh, that overweight mom, you know, she's in her middle age, and it's like my daughter gets to see me be somebody that's powerful and strong and that's breaking barriers, and it's the greatest feeling a mom can ever have, is like to hear her screaming for me.
Yes.
And know, okay, I'm showing her that no matter what comes at you, you can overcome it and you can do anything that you want if you just want to do it.
I love that. I love what you're doing and everything you stand for. Thank you all so much for
Thank
joining
you.
us here on the 407.
We are so glad to have it.
Yeah.
What an inspiration. Listen, we have so much more coming up here on the 407. We'll be right back.